slutty little hose and just watch me, or are you gonna come up here and talk like a big boy?
Hey Logan, how's it going? Long time no see.
That is correct. It's been a while. I gotta say, it's been yesterday, day before.
Yeah, way too long. Way too long.
Yeah, I
How's
was
you?
trying to fill in the title, but I only got the honor part. I was gonna put honorary, but I didn't get to finish yet. But yeah, what's up?
Well, thank you, thank you. Not much. Just working, enjoying the nice weather we got here in Washington State. The sun is shining. I'm gonna go night skiing tonight, so got a nice day ahead of me here.
A night ski? What the fuck is that? Is that scary?
So around here they have a really nice hill where they just light up the hills, so you could see where you're going, and yeah, it's awesome. Also because there are no lines at night, it's pretty open, so you get a lot more runs in that way as opposed to going in the day. So I enjoy doing that. I live very close to the I-90, and it's just like 40 minutes out east, and you're up in the mountains, and yeah, good to go.
Cool.
Sweet man. I think that guy was Cher's husband, Sonny Bono. That's how he died, right? I think he smashed into a tree. But that's a pretty like common, I think, accident. People die smashing into trees a lot.
It also happened to what's his name, Michael Schumacher, the famous Formula One driver from Germany. He is still in a coma, and he's been in a coma for like 8, 10 years now. But he smashed into a rock while skiing. I don't think he was wearing a helmet, and he's gone. I mean, he's on life support, but he's never gonna recover from that. It's pretty scary. But hey, the thrill of skiing is what makes you still do it. So,
Pierce Brosnan's wife also, same thing.
No way. Wow.
I'll let you know if I survive.
Yeah, I mean that whole skiing thing's not for me. I mean, I tried it, but yeah, it's I don't like snow, and the whole boarding thing on the snow is extra scary to me.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not a
good.
big fan. I'm not a big fan of tumbling down mountains head over foot, so I try to avoid that at all cost.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
So what's going on with Chupacabra and his beef with this dude called Doctor Milford or something like that? What's happening with that?
I don't really know. They just been going at it for like a few months now. Milford
He's a
calling
he's a
him
he's a
stupid.
king. He upgraded his doctorate to king status, so he's King Melfart. But yeah, I don't know what's happening there. It's retarded. Oh, excuse my
Yeah.
language.
So they
We don't do PC here. It's all good. Oh, here comes the Shane. Oh, you know what, Shane? I actually wanted to ask you this morning. You said that Chupacabra and Mike UAP got into a fight, but I didn't see a space going this morning. Where was
It was
that?
in my space you were in.
I was in your space. What?
The one I just did.
Wait, you had a space? I missed it.
Yeah, it
Sorry,
was
Shane.
awesome, man.
Look, I've been on the phone for 3.5 hours this morning with this chick that's grandmother was part of fuck Stargate, and her grandfather was part of Jedi. So yeah, that's what I've been doing this morning.
Hey Shane, what chat was that last night that I joined you where that girl was like questioning you about the? I know you were going hard on the Ark of the Covenant. That's why I told you to take it easy.
I don't
They
know,
were getting
man.
too.
I'd never seen them before in my life, but I joined because the person who was hosting that big ass space followed me, and I hate that Rachel bitch. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go all in on Ark of the Covenant.
Bro, I had to do a space. It was like trilingual, and it was like the craziest thing. Been trying to take a step back from the spaces, but someone always reaches out to me and it's like, "Hey, join. They're talking about this," and I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta go."
Triple juice, triple juice, triple juice.
Yeah, I got kicked from there eventually.
I could
Oh
have.
yeah.
That would happen.
Well,
Yeah,
whose face was it?
The dude said he couldn't wait to get his concealed carry license for these states that are around his state, and he was gonna get drunk and wander in there with guns. And I was like, "Could you repeat what you just said?"
That's a very Kyle Rittenhouse kind of thing to do.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
So they kicked me for saying that.
No, you're probably not wrong. It's probably a good comment statement for the situation.
Yeah, I reached
I thought
out.
it was hilarious.
Someone had reached out to me, and I was like, that's when I started talking to you about it.
Yeah, little did they know that we were both in there. When you joined, I started laughing. I was like, oh god.
You already knew it was over before it started.
I was just gonna go with that. All I was gonna say was that the Ark of the Covenant sat in the middle of the Great Pyramid and then it shot lightning out of it, some form or fashion. I wasn't gonna get into any of the deep stuff and just tell them I'm all in 100%.
That's too extreme. You gotta take it. You gotta smooth into it. You're gonna mention it. This is how I would recommend you do it, because if not, then you're gonna get people that are gonna like jump on you right away. You gotta explain that, and in not absolute. I know you were like all in, but just don't speak in absolute and just say, in the Pyramid of Giza itself, there is a box shape that fits more or less the exact parameters of what the arc is supposed to be, and then you expand on that. It's funny because I actually shared this. I made a post about that because I already had, but I made another one just to reiterate that, because they actually found a void in a room not too long ago, and they've never gone inside that room. It's a void. It's about 68 feet in height, I believe it is. Like it's a very okay. So it's about 154 feet by 28 feet, and then about 68 feet high. And no one's gone inside of it because they can't even figure out how to access it. And this was done using that photon muons technology. And you may get for all I mean, Shane, it's gonna make your day if they find that that's where the ark was. We don't know what's inside there. There's a void, and it's there, and we got to figure out how to get inside of it. It's gonna take a while, though. I already know it.
They should just shove some motherfuckers up there with some chisels and drills and get in that bitch. Fucking tired of waiting around for dumb shit.
Yeah, but we don't know how to access it. It's completely locked off. I
Hey,
think.
you fucking drill an invasive hole and blow some shit up.
Well, no, you can't just do that, because imagine the weight, the amount of weight that's in that. You can. You gotta do it smart, and you don't want to mess it up. And second of all, there may be I'm not gonna say hidden, right? But there may be some door that's like dormant, or it blends in essentially, but you can tap, and at a specific frequency or angle, it may open up. I've talked about this many times, where some of these structures, when you go in person, they may seem like it's a structural door, but it's not. You see this in Coral Castle all the time. The main entryway of the door itself that you enter to Coral Castle, that looks like a structural door, and it's not. It actually, I can push that door that weighs several tons with 2 fingers, and it'll do a full 280-degree motion movement for you to enter, like if you're walking into like a department store up in wherever those the revolving doors. That's how it works, and it's all based on precision, engineering. Cut a stone, leverage it on a specific angle, and allow for the center of mass of the stone to act as the swing in motion to allow for it to open and close. And we might be able to find it inside the pyramid itself. There's a
It's 11:11.
Can't all this be LiDAR'd?
Here's the thing with the LiDAR. Yeah, we can LiDAR it, right? Like I can go and do the LiDAR right now. It's very simple. The problem is that the LiDAR is going to get you a 3D image, right? But there's no technology that can determine to that intricacy that that's a doorway. There's just nothing. If you have a structural slab and you do an assessment of the structural slab, right? What happens is you're going to see that on the LiDAR image, it's going to be just a wall. It's not going to indicate that this is a doorway. Like I have the LiDAR data linked up on one of my links, my last Göbekli Tepe link that I posted. I have the LiDAR data, right? And you can go in and see all of what it is Göbekli Tepe from a LiDAR perspective. It was fully LiDAR scanned, right? But there's no way to determine if any of those pillars or any of those walls, the structural walls themselves that make up the whole complex, are in fact a door or not. That's something that you can only do through an invasive forensic analysis. And the only way you can really do that is by human hands. Or if you had a robot that was that sophisticated, but you're not going to use a robot for that.
So it won't show any lines whatsoever then?
No, you would have to use, now this is where the technology of muon technology and thermal, and then the thermal index, the infrared itself, you can overlay these different type of topographies together, and maybe, just maybe, you'll get a specific type of resonance or left behind that can show striations of movement. Because in theory, if the door has ever been opened, and this is a higher probability of being the case of yes, then yeah, in theory you can get that. But that takes, I mean, if they've done it, put it this way, if they've done it, they probably already know about it, and you're probably not going to hear about it until they decide. These discoveries are not made all of a sudden out of nowhere. They are discovered, and then they decide when they want to beef up the antiquities. They want to beef up the tourism. You don't want to discover something and every day and give away the secret. It takes away from the lore of the place. And mind you, there's sufficient enough of stuff there that they can. Egypt could have a new discovery every day, and it still wouldn't. It would be like nothing.
It's that proverbial onion that is being peeled little by little.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happened in Stonehenge. They already had an idea that there was a Stonehenge. The top layer that's on the elevation is superficial, right? We're going to call it a superficial. That was already known to be one overlaying something even older underneath. Stonehenge has underneath the surface level, there's more under it. Same thing with Göbekli Tepe. In fact, Göbekli Tepe had a higher elevation or a roof platform that was above that actual structure, and then there's underneath as well. It's been documented in almost every megalithic site that you go out, whether you're in Malta, if you're in Greece, any of these places, they have the same. It's almost identical, and this is why all of these people are not crazy. They're saying the same story. This was a global civilization that built very close in proximity in fashion. It's all purposeful design. It's not designed like for shits and giggles. Like they didn't build the Pyramid of Giza with 8 sides because it was a fun number of 8. No, it was a functional aspect to it that was being utilized, and he knew about it. And you're gonna find out there's stuff that I really don't have the authority to say, but you're gonna start to hear stories in the Americas that about locations that are 20,000 years old, 30,000 years old. You're gonna start to hear the numbers are gonna keep on getting pushed back to the point where 6,000, 5,000 years ago it's gonna be like talking about the year 2000. It's gonna be that much. It's gonna get crazy. as time progresses. It's nothing new. It's a matter of how do we go about presenting this in a very conservative manner, because remember, a lot of people are not going to be open to the idea that everything that they studied, that or the authors and publishers, they publish these novels talking about sites that are only one fraction of the actual age. That doesn't sit too very well, especially if you're if anybody here is in academia, you're going to know off the top of that how it works. Peer scholarly review articles take such a long time. Same thing in the medical field. This is at least a decade in the works, and that's if you're lucky. You know, Göbekli Tepe was discovered in '62. You had, let me see, Göbekli Tepe '62. You had Rakat structure in '63, and then we get the inner shafts of the Giza pyramid that are in the '80s. That John Anthony West was the proprietary mover of the shafts, and then the Sphinx, which Robert M. Shaw comes in around 80 something, and then Graham at the end of the 80s shows up in Giza, and by then everything that we've learned to come to now, this is old stuff that's been recycled over and over. I mean, look at Forbidden Knowledge, Billy Carson. He's been talking about, he's preaching Zecharia Sitchin's works. Same thing that Carl Sagan did in physics and quantum mechanics, if you will, and theoretical physics. This is all stuff that's being recycled from the 80s and the 70s. It's just now coming to emerge because of social media.
The same thing can be said about the Indian ruins here, ancient Indian ruins in the Southwest, Third Eye. When you walk into one and you're seeing the walls and the different stones, how they structured them and pieced them together, but you're actually walking in on the top of the first floor. So there's another floor, and this is the way with every one of these ruins. You're walking in on the top of the first floor.
Yeah.
Because they don't want what antiquities are buried to be exposed.
Yeah, I mean, also it's from lack of, it's just not knowing. These things are not easy to come about. It's not like this is it's not an easy field, and essentially it takes years before we even figure out. It takes the right eye, and I posted yesterday, and I posted it in the nest just now. That's an actual video of the ground in the Miami River prehistoric mega city settlement that I've been talking about, and now you can actually see an actual video up close of what it looks like, and that people were staring at for a long time, not realizing what that was, and all it takes is one person that's knowledgeable in that specific aspect of the topic to really point it out. And now you have a bunch of people that are combing the area, trying to figure out what it is. Essentially, when you look at something like the Miami River one, I can speak on that because I was literally just there probably 3 hours ago. You know, it doesn't take a lot for someone to look at it and say, hey, this may be it. The problem is, if you're judging these sites based on proximity, that's where the problem lies. No one's ever going to say, hey, that can't be if this was in Egypt. But in this site, specifically Miami, you got a 65 floor building in every single angle of where the site's at. Who the hell is going to even come to think that that's not something else, right? But
all right, hold on, pause. You've been talking for a long while, Third Eye. I gotta put some brakes on before you, see if it. UFO Shane left. I thought that was a bad sign. Anyone else feel like saying something? Anyone else?
Hey, Logan.
Everybody be sure to check out the kickoff for UFO Twitter Week here in about 40 minutes. That's all I've got. I'll be hosting that. Me and Michael Padilla, and our guest will be Gloria Haas. So, yeah, I'm not real familiar with her, but we'll see how this goes.
I found a new book this morning, Logan, at my local library. It's called The Dulce Wars: Underground Alien Bases and The Battle for Planet Earth.
Oh, is it a fiction?
This is not a science fiction. It's a true-to-life War of the Worlds authored by Branton, and the introduction is by the one and only Commander X.
I don't know
Is
who that
Big
is.
Big E's Commander X?
That's what the million-dollar question is. Who is Commander X? Commander X has been involved in a lot of the early ufology studies. Some seem to think that he's one of the old OSI guys, or was somebody that was involved with Majestic 12 as a officer type. But his name has never been revealed, and his name comes up in a lot of different early ufology papers, magazine articles. Just Commander X.
Pretty cool. I was just gonna say that I may not be too much on Spaces lately. I'm gonna be there's a production studio that reached out to me to start filming some episodes for archaeology, stuff like what I've been talking about. I was gonna save it for an announcement, but I mean I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it because not that. I mean, it is what it is. It's not a surprise. So
yeah, man, it's awesome though.
yeah. So I'm gonna make another account as well. It's gonna be more official. And then you guys will probably get to see who I am, actually, instead of my just avatar with the back of my head.
Oh, that's you? I didn't even know that was you.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
I assumed it was, but that was,
Where is that? Where's that picture taken?
That's in the Sahara. That's actually in Dubai.
And
which part of the picture?
Huh?
You said which part of the picture?
The whole picture. It's one picture.
Oh yeah, where is that?
In the desert, over here, in the Middle East.
But is that like a special tree?
No, it's not. That's just a normal tree that just grows there. The desert does have trees and random stuff sometimes. It just depends on the region. But it's very common to see trees. The deserts are not usually just pure sand and dunes. Some of these deserts have a little bit more of oases and whatnot. And so, yeah, you'll be seeing me actually speak, and you'll see what I actually look like, and a little bit more serious than in these chats. I gotta, it's not really a script per se, but I do gotta stick on topic and be very concise in the information. So that's something that's in the works. Has been in the works already for a while, and gonna have to create a different account. But I'll let you guys know so you guys know who it is.
But why do you have to create a new account?
I want to keep this one the way it is. I like the fact that I can interact with people and they don't really have to know. Oh, that's I've always thought of it as being something that I do without a face. It's not. It's like what's the symbol behind everything? What's the message? It's the message. It's what my the information I like to share is. It's not me. I'm not the center of it.
It's the message that matters. I like that voice you did the other day.
Yeah, essentially that's it. I want to focus on that, and then on the other one it'll be a little bit more official, and then we'll talk about whatever. I got one guy that you guys will love. I'm gonna probably refer him to you guys. He doesn't even have a Twitter account, but this guy has the coolest UFO shit I've ever seen on a laptop, and I couldn't believe what he showed me, and it's just mind blowing. Like you guys, I told him about you guys actually. We had a conversation, and he goes, "Well, all right, I may just have to make a Twitter, but I'm gonna do what you did. I'm not gonna post pictures of myself, only the content, and that's what matters the most." He has some really cool stuff. I think you guys will enjoy.
Sweet, man. What's his name? Do we know him?
No, you guys don't know. He doesn't even have Twitter.
Oh, he's just like a regular dude?
Yeah, he's a guy that films. He does photography films, and with all his filming that he's done, he's captured so much stuff that he can't explain. So he wants to start sharing it. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna make a page, but I'm gonna just post it out there, and people can tell me what they think. He's not gonna have like his own opinions. He's just gonna be like, hey, what the hell is this? He showed me like 2 videos, and I just looked at it like, man, what am I even looking at? Like, very interesting stuff. These are like UAPs. What he calls them UAPs. He doesn't even want to refer to them as UFOs. He just wants to refer to them as UAPs because these things don't even look like craft. Some of them look like bizarre and like I don't know what they are. But I thought that was pretty cool. So I'll try to bring him one day onto the show, and hopefully he makes. I keep on pushing him to make a Twitter account so he can start sharing because I think he has some really nice stuff to share with you. To share.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean, we're not doing hands or anything like that, so anyone can just just say whatever you want to say. And also, where the UFO Shane go?
I don't know.
He messaged me. He said he was doing some shit. I don't know. He's on some Ark of the Covenant shit that he wants to talk about. I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I just know he messaged me because I asked him about the Ark thing, what he wanted me to give him. I have some pictures of the Ark of the Covenant when I went to, not the actual Ark, mind you. This is a picture of what it's supposed to look like based off a mural that's in Italy. When I was at the Colosseum right across the Arc of Triumph, the Italian version has it. So I sent him the pictures, or I'm trying to send him the pictures, and not sure what he's gonna do, but yeah.
Hey, Zerda.
Geez, you guys are quiet.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm glad that you are doing a second account. I was gonna mention that to you because I know that you like to have be archaeology focused, but also have a friendly account. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm thinking of. I got some really the last 2 days I got a bunch of like a shitload of messages, and I was a little bit bummed out. I even thought about just closing my account because some people have been getting some negative messages, not directly, but some people have been reaching out to me and saying like they've overheard some things, and then some guy thought that I was like. I don't know. It was like some long thing, and I wasn't having it. I don't like negativity, and I don't know why people have to be so cynical of me. It's not like anyone's perfect, and I do this as a hobby, mind you. So I'm being critiqued, and then so I was like I almost closed the account. I'm not gonna lie to you, and but then now I'm gonna just do it like you just said. I'm gonna create an alternate account, and then that'll probably be like the more legit. It'll be the legit focus. This is gonna take a couple of weeks for me to get up on, but I'll get to the point where I'm gonna have cross-platform, like it's gonna be Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, which I'll have someone do it for me. The production company that's gonna be doing filming. I'm not gonna be filming. I'm gonna just be the person that does the narration and the explaining, and then we'll have guests and stuff, and then I'm just doing what they ask me to. I'm being contracted for them, so it's like any other typical show. And I'll have that so when we can talk about other stuff other than this, because I
Oh, that's so
tend
loud.
to talk a lot. Yeah, I tend to talk a lot, and I tend to, I don't want to do any of those things.
No, I'm really glad for you to be splitting off your account like that. I don't let them. I would hate to see you give anything up because of haters, and You are very informative, and I would hate to see you. And I know that I'm impatient and I don't pay attention and I lose focus, and that's not your fault. So don't think that I'm one of your haters, because I'm absolutely not. I just can't pay attention, and that's not on you.
I got you.
Yeah. I would hate to see you close your account because of hate, or because it happens to everybody, regardless of how perfect and pleasant you are, like me.
Yeah, I try. The thing is that I try to explain to some people. I'm like, look, it's hard to do this when you're not you don't have the, like, I'm not used to doing it like this. Like, I've done different types of speaking, but this is a different animal, and I'm trying to find a sweet spot still. I'm still practicing, and I'm gonna have to be more concise and more, I get a little bit hyper carried away because I'm not. I really don't. Everyone thinks I talk about this every day, and I really don't. This is not something that I do all the time, mind you. So it's like I'm trying to figure out how to do it. It's like stand-up comedy, Someone who does stand-up comedy is going to try to figure out the kinks out of it. Well, that's what I've been trying to do, and through the process, it's got me to the point where now somebody wants me to do. They want me to be part of episodes of some series or whatever, and it's like, okay, cool. I mean, I guess this worked, but it wasn't my objective, mind you. But then I'm hearing the critiques and some of the mean stuff I've heard, and I'm just like, wow, cool, okay.
Yeah, take that
Maybe that's why.
mean feedback with a grain of salt, but definitely your critiques are important. But the hurtful, malicious feedback, that's unnecessary. Just throw that away.
Yeah. Some of this was a little bit rough.
The bigger you get, the more haters you're gonna get. So just be prepared for a lot more haters.
Yeah, they're everywhere. I'm a hater. I'm right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm gonna try to be more concise and all that stuff. So, just keep on going, and hopefully people like it, and then I'll switch things up a bit. But
I liked finding out that you were a human person with interests. You know what I mean? Like hearing you talk a little bit about your nerdier side, your Halo side, your whatever superpower side. You know what I mean?
Personally, I enjoy that more when you hang out with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I tried to do that to give people a perspective that I'm not a robot, or I'm not just fixated on talking about ancient shit. I can talk about whatever because I'm a normal person. I just talk about ancient shit because that's what people like or want me to talk about. But I do know that I have to kind of. I notice that I jump into the room and I take control, and it's not fair, and it's not. That's what I'm trying to work on because I'm new to this. I don't know. People gotta tell me, hey, stop. I'll stop. I just talk with the intention to entertain, literally.
Yeah. These have been really entertaining spaces and places to be and hang out. I've really enjoyed it. I enjoy you, Third Eye.
Appreciate that.
All right, well, I'm gonna hop off for a few minutes before UFO Twitter Week kicks off and see if.
Oh yeah, when does that start, man?
25 minutes from now. So
don't get stoned and fall
Me
asleep.
too. I'm gonna exit.
Yeah,
I'll join Rob here in a little bit, and we hope you all come and visit it.
Yeah, if not, fuck you guys. We still love you anyway. So.
Sorry, Rob. Love you, bro.
Meanwhile, it's back to doing more research. I'm finding out some fascinating things just skimming through this Dulce book. So there's more secrets than we ever care to think about that
Michael,
need to be revealed.
You cut out, Logan. I don't think he heard you. Did he cut out? No, he's still here.
Yeah, I didn't hear but part of what he said.
All right, my time's a ticking. I'll catch you all later.
Bye. Break a leg.
Later, bro.
Bye, Michael. Break a leg.
Oh, damn it! I missed him.
Well, yeah, you said something and then didn't, and it went out, cut out, and then you were gone.
Yeah, my app crashed, but
You can tell me what it was going to be.
oh, I was just gonna tell him to go fuck himself.
Oh, okay. Well, no worries. That we covered that. And also, I told him to break a leg.
Cool.
Yeah. And a knuckle. And an elbow.
So yeah, everyone want to go to that thing at noon? What's the deal? Yeah.
I'm boycotting.
Twitter UFO Twitter week.
UAP Twitter week.
Yep, I'm gonna kick it off right at 3.
No, are you really?
No, I was going to, but since Rob is the first up, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer that I don't know what the fuck.
Sorry.
I noticed.
Yeah, that was a big rail.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Or was it a fart?
It sounded like a whole bar.
Anyway, so yeah, this whole
At least a gram.
I wish we could rewind on these things, you know, like TiVo. You want to do that sound one more time, Ambrosius? I didn't hear it very well the first time.
I apologise, everyone. I was just laughing when you speaking, Logan. I was just laughing. I apologise.
For what?
Because you guys make me laugh. You do. You all make me laugh. You're lovely people. You make me laugh.
Isn't that lovely to hear?
Listen, dude. We need more love, peace, and harmony in the world. All of us. We need to connect more. This is what I love about the spaces. We're connecting. But we mustn't argue. Connect.
Yep. We'll just keep on keeping on. Hmm. So 20 minutes, I think, starts, man. And do you know this lady he's interviewing? Do you know who that is? She came into my space one day and was like saying something. We were just saying some stuff like you've probably never heard before. There's some wild stuff that's just like, wow, you know, that's amazing or whatever, you know. And I guess it kind of twisted Eric the wrong way because ever since then he's been like on this mission to like debunk her, and he's been pulling up some like old stuff about her, how she's like mentally unwell and this and that, and I don't know.
What's her name?
It's the guy that Rob's interviewing. I can't remember her name. Something, is it like Barbara Haas or something like that? I gotta look it up, but I figured like, and then I saw like it was today or like yesterday. Rob posted that he was interviewing this person. I thought like, what the fuck are the chances this random lady that was in our space is now being interviewed by Rob? What the fuck?
I'm still waiting on the exclusive from Shane.
Oh, about Colonel Alexander? Yeah. Do you think some people are like this lady Barbara, like she might be like a nutcase and all that kind of stuff? That might be true, but she also might be telling the truth, you know? Like what if she just experiences like another reality that we don't experience or something, you know? You think that could be true?
I think it could be, but there's like different aspects to it, right? Although I may see something that other people can't, I can still help other people relate to it, if that makes sense. But then
Yeah.
there's some things that are just, kind of like beyond, like the difference between Randy and OpenEye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was actually planning on confronting OpenEye just now, like in that last space, but I kept fucking glitching out. And then he was gone when I came back finally. But what were you gonna say?
Yeah, the whole space was gone when you came back. Dude, like, it's so hard for me to listen to that anymore because I did take him seriously at the beginning, And it's like most people think I'm being an ass or whatever, but he's really probably just lying. Because I tried to get him in touch with doctors and help with his implants and all this other stuff that people don't realize, that I just don't advertise. And it would always be something that came up that wasn't, like Monday never came around or whatever.
Yeah, Chase told me the same thing.
But what I was going to say before that was my headlight debacle. So I ended up with new headlight, our new high beams and low beams after my like 3-4 day Walmart struggle. It was ridiculous. So
Damn.
remember, like, because they close at 8, right? And I normally don't get up early enough to return the stuff at customer service. Well, I get up there to try to return this the first night. It's 8:06. They're closed. Okay, the next night I go back, return the light bulbs, get a new set, and they don't fit for some reason. Well, my dumbass, in trying to rush before the place closed, I took out the high beams instead of the low beams. So I actually returned my high beams to Walmart, and then they threw them away. Like I went back like 10 minutes later. It was 8 o'clock on the dot. They were closed. So then when I went back yesterday, that's what they were like, no, we threw them away or whatever. And so I was like, all right, then. So then I just returned the other ones and then got another set. But it was so weird. Like, I can't believe my dumbass did that. So now I have 2 new sets.
Oops, I forgot. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen. My bad. I don't know. I make co-hosts and then they bounce without saying anything, and I don't realize it. What's up, B? What's up, Zim?
What the hell just happened?
Yeah, what's going down? You're gonna be at this Rob interview thing in like 10 minutes, B?
Dude, I'm not really sure what happened. I didn't request to speak, and like I wasn't even touching my phone. I just got home. Not sure what happened.